mud mixer drill I got from my auger. It isn't all about high torque. This thing is a monster. It's not as fast as my other one, but it's very decisive and strong. I'm gonna get this ice safety first, people. I'm here live, Fastnet from Rochester, Minnesota. I was here yesterday. There was 4 inches of ice, and it looks like 2 people might have fell through the ice. There's one hole, and there's one over there. Tyler, I'm shouting out to you. I'm hoping it wasn't you that fell through the ice. I was fishing with you in this same spot right here, and rainbow tornadoes down there. We're gonna see how many we can get today. Okay, folks, so stick around, have some fun, watch. I'm gonna hook these up first, and then we're gonna go get some rainbows. Okay, rainbow trout in Rochester, Minnesota. All right, how's that look for you? Right near the hole, huh? All right. So ice safety, man, you can never be safe enough. All right, I got rope, and I got a hammer, and I got these things around my neck, spikes, in case you have to get out. All right, always carry safety gear with you, because you never know when you're gonna have to use it. All right. Okay, let's see what we're working with today. We've got some brand new hemostats in the mail from Florida from eBay. Thank you. And what we're working with today is just a little green jig that I'm throwing down there about 5, 6 feet. All right, and it's getting sunny now. Cool. Okay, let's go see if we get some. All right, about 6 feet down. Being there further down, I'm gonna have to set that hook real strong. Raise my arm real high. I got a new microphone system too, because I always carry a waterproof case on my camera and my phone in case it's raining out when I'm fishing, and it's hard to hear me. So I hope this solves that problem with my audio that I always do. I got a little thing on my sleeve. That's my microphone and plugged into my phone. Helps my audio be more clear. I got 2 so far. The other day I got 20 here. And then 2 days before that I got 23. Yeah, they're down there. And last week I got 40 in one day. That's when they stocked 2,000 in here. Yeah, I might be a little further down than I want to be. It's cold out here today. It's only 10 degrees out here. But the positive side is we're making ice at that kind of cold temperature. We need it. Looks like 2 people fell in. Yeah, 4 inches of ice is a real shady deal. I wouldn't highly recommend going on a 4. I only trust 5 myself. 4, I'm always, oh boy, it's like walking on pins and needles. You just never know when you're going to hit a bad spot. You just never know. So how's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's well. And your health is good. And I appreciate you guys watching. I had 200,000 people watching the other day. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Or like or comment, please, what you think. And I'll try to get back with you. But I appreciate you all watching me. I call it a rainbow tornado out here. Because they swirl in the hatchery, and these fish all come from the hatchery. And so why would they change? When they put them in here, they find a comfortable spot, and they just swirl around in it. This is where they're at for the past week. Is right here. When they put 2,000 in here, they swam around the banks for a couple days, and they came right to this deep spot. Oh, it is a little cold out. I'm going to have to put some gloves on. We're gonna find these rainbows though. You hang in there. All right, let's go out a little. These little gloves we got, huh? Gorilla grip. Fingerless for fishermen, huh? Yeah, my daughter gave them to me. So cute. That won't keep my fingertips warm though, but it's good enough for fishing. All right, let's find a rainbow down there. Enough talking. Let's find a rainbow. Where are you guys at? Down a little deeper? That's as deep as I'm going. Yeah, we got a cloudy day out today. 10 degrees. About a 5 mile per hour wind, so it makes it like negative, probably something out. But I'm still out because next 3-4 days is going to get really frigid. You ain't going to see me out here. It's not worth it to get your skin frozen. So we'll do our 2 hour show for an hour and a half. See how it goes today, huh? And we'll see how many rainbows we get. We're on 2 so far. 2 rainbows so far. Let's see what else we can do. Yeah, I'm down there deep. I'm down there about 6-7 feet. And they'll swirl it. They're swirling all around here. And they'll swirl in and they'll swirl back out. And that's the rainbow tornado. That's what I call it. Hopefully they're on the way up. Barometric pressure plays a lot with their swim bladders, with trout. Same with a northern. It regulates what depth they're going to be. The barometric pressure does through their swim bladder. When it gets real bad low pressure, it puts gas in their swim bladder, so they got to go deeper in the water for more stable water instead of being by the top. Temperature also dictates where they're going to be. Okay, where are you guys at? Yeah, come on, come on. Well, within the next 2 hours, barometric pressure is supposed to be dropping. Well, I know you're down there. Swirl in. Or I may have to do some more holes. Not near that hole there where somebody fell in. Not going near there. Yeah, you hear the ice cracking underneath me. That's just, oh, we got a little wind today. Blowing my phone around. We're making ice when you hear that cracking noise. Nothing to be scared of. You get used to it. The longer you're out here on the ice. Come on, where are you guys at? I have to do some more holes, huh? I have to do some more holes. Yeah, it's a frisky 10 degrees out here with a wind chill factor. Probably it's like 3 or 4 degrees. And here I am out ice fishing for rainbow trout that I'm catching and releasing. Huh? Am I a nut or what? Comment, subscribe. That's dedication. Subscribe. Or just give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Okay? Come on. Where are you guys at? Hopefully my fingers don't freeze and fall off. You get used to it though. Minnesota, that's why these ponds and lakes freeze because of the single digit and negative digits in temperature that we get up here. It takes 20 degrees for 24 hours to make 1 inch of ice, according to the Swedish fish chart. I thought chart, I mean fish chart. Look it up. It's true. Okay, where are you guys at? Let's do some more holes. All right. Since we're having difficulty finding more, look at this brand new ice auger I got. This thing's a beast. It's called a mud mixer. But it's a beast, I'm telling you. That thing's a beast. Yes, sir. It works like a charm. Very solid. Sometimes you get these auger things, the power drills, and they're all over the place. This you can hold with 2 hands. You can adjust this handle here, and you can put it on steady. I only have it on 300 right now. I could put it on max. It could go even quicker than this, but this is just perfect. This is beautiful. All right, that'll do for now. Oh, I love my new toys. That auger's going to come in handy. Got brand new blades on the auger. Got brand new batteries. Now we gotta. This is also a safety precaution. I put a tape measure on my ice slush auger. You put this in the hole to get the slush out. But then when I put it down the hole, I can measure it, whether it's 6, 7, 8 inches. So I safely know how much ice I'm standing on. There's a method to my madness. You want to be as safe as possible. But DNR says no ice is safe ice. That's a fact. You can still fall in. You just got to figure out how to get the hell out. So you need every inch of precaution you can. Well, that's a little. That's where. Okay, that's like 4 inches right there. Let's get away from that shit. Over that's 4 inches. See, I know because of my measuring stick. So this is 5, 6. Closer you get over there, where it looks like somebody fell in, that's 4 inches only. So this is very important to have. Some people just walk on this ice and they don't even measure the ice. It's a monkey see, monkey do thing. You can't do that. Brothers and sisters, you can't do that. You're going to fall through the ice then if you're going to do that. You got to know. You have to know how much is out there. Okay, where am I sticking to? The ice. All right, let's get down to the same hole. I don't want to get near that 4 inches. We'll go back down here and see if we find any. And my fingertips are freezing, starting to freeze. I don't even know if you guys are lined up. Yeah, you're good. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's doing well. Dangerous part of fishing this Foster Irwin is it used to be a quarry. So they got it. They stopped using it as a quarry because it started filling up with water from underground streams. Well, they ebb the ice from underneath without you knowing. It could be 9 inches here, and you can walk 2 feet, and if one of those streams is running underneath, you got 3 inches, which is dangerous ice. You're just going to go right in. So, how are you going to get out after you go in? That's the question. You got to ask that question in your head 10 times before you start freaking thinking, well, I need 20 yards of rope. I need an axe. I need nail picks to get out wrapped around my neck. And also, you don't want to wear a whole lot of heavy gear. You don't want to get dragged down in the water. You're wearing a cloth coat. That could be 10 to 40 pounds of water soaking up in that cloth coat that could drag you down. It happened to me, but it only happened in 3 foot of water where I was on my hindquarters and couldn't get up. Yep, it happened one time when I went out to save a lady who fell through. Okay, where all these fish go? I got 2 so far. I know they're down there, just got to find them. Wow, that's amazing, man. 6 inches, 4 inches over there. Ay, ay, ay. We're doing a little ice fishing for rainbow trout, Foster Irwin, and Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, it looks like they went down. I guess not ready to rise up and eat. We gotta find them though. Except not by there. Yeah, 4 inches of ice ain't kosher. Yeah, so the next couple days, it's gonna be so cold out here. Cold? What I'm talking about is like 3 degrees, -10, stuff like that. Anything under 15 degrees, I usually don't come out in. I'm only coming out today because it's the warmest out of the next 4 days. And I don't just want to sit around the house for 4 days and not fish. I fish 3 to 4 days a week at least, okay? So if you sub me, turn off the notifications because I post a lot. I surely do post a lot of shorts, especially. I go live now, which I've been doing 3, 4 days a week, and I got a lot of shorts. I got like 2,500 shorts. Check out my site, man. If you're a fisherman, you're gonna love it. I seriously, you are gonna love it. I promise. You might not like all the sayings I say, like "get some" and "rainbow tornado." Never rolled an R in my life till I moved to Rochester, Minnesota. Crazy old man. Tyler, shout out. I met you 2 days ago or whatever. Did you fall through the ice? I think you did. Hopefully everything worked out okay. You got out. Yep. A couple people surely did fall through the ice. Come on, where are you guys at? Well, if you go look at my last live recording, you'll see I caught 20. If you look at the one before that, you're going to see I caught like 40. So these live shows, you can always go back and check out what I did for the week. And the one when they stocked 2,000, I was there when they stocked, and I also got video of that. So yeah, if you live in town, you're gonna know when they stock by my videos. That's another reason to subscribe, to hit the like, to leave a comment, positive comments only. I don't want no negative Nellies. Okay, where are you guys at? Yeah, I'm down there deep enough. All right, let's clean out a couple other of these holes. Okay, scoop it out, and then I use the stick to see how, yeah, that's all 5 inches. Getting thick, thinner and thinner. Getting thinner and thinner. Yeah, check out my previous live shows. I catch a lot of rainbows. I'm just not catching them right now. I caught 20 the last live show. And then I got 23 the show before that. And then I got over 40 the show before that. So check them out, man. Yeah, I don't know where these guys went. Oh, I have to try another hole. I'll turn you around here so you can see. I'm gonna try this hole here. Oh yeah, we're freezing quick, these holes are. Okay, now we're like at 7 over here, 7 inches. Big difference. Big difference. A 2-inch difference and 3-inch difference between 5 to 10 feet away. That's why a measuring stick is important to have. Keeps you safe. Yes. Yes, it does. We're going to find them. Sooner or later, we're going to find them. Hey, only about 4 people out here today. You raise the lure up, you drop it down. You raise the lure up, you drop it down. And reel in a little. You find out what depth they're swimming at. And jig it. That's what they call it, a jig. You're supposed to use your wrist and your elbow and jig it. Fishing 101. So you want to learn a lot about fishing. You watch the other fishermen fish and you're going to learn a lot. Everybody's got their own techniques. Oh, you like my hat, huh? That's a red fox fur from Ukraine by Russia. Yes, I ordered it off Etsy. From Etsy, it was at the time was $80, and that counted the shipping too. Now they're like 100, but yeah, they ship it from straight from Ukraine. There's that Rochester wind again. Hopefully my stand don't blow over. It's made out of metal. Specifically got a metal one because plastic would have blown over by now. Come on, where are these guys at? So, if you like what you're seeing and you love fishing, boy, you're in the right place. I'm Bass in the Hat. My name's actually Bruce. I used to print newspapers for 30 years out of Philadelphia and out of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. The Arizona Republic and the Philadelphia Inquirer. And wasn't much fishing out in Arizona. For 23 years I was out there, and then I moved for a grandchild out to Minnesota. And I haven't stopped fishing since, 10 years ago. Do a lot of fishing, 3-4 days a week. So, and I not only fish for trout, I fish for northern, I fish for whatever's convenient. Carp in the summertime, I love fishing carp. They put up such a good fight, and I use my iPhone. I hold it in my hand when I'm reeling the carp in. Check that out on my website. You may like that. And I just use sweet corn for carp. I was using boilies from England. Yeah, carp fun, especially in the summertime. I love carp. You don't have to eat everything you catch. I'm a sport fisherman, basically. I don't keep many fish. This is what we're working with today. Little green jig. Maybe I'll try a different jig. I don't see them swimming around down there though. That's the key. You see them swimming around. That's telling me that they went down deeper. The pressure's getting lower. So their swim bladder that keeps the fish floating and swimming, they get gas in there, so they got to drop down lower to more stable water, where their swim bladder can regulate. So I'm only guessing, but I think that's what happened. bail open. I went down really deep on that one, probably about 20 feet down. Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful day in Rochester, Minnesota. It's about 10 degrees. And I'm out here in it. And that's what I call dedication, though. The other people are hiding in their tents, nice and warm and cozy. I come out in the bare elements. Because usually I do a lot of holes. Find that rainbow tornado. That's what I call it. Because they swirl in the hatchery. The hatchery comes and puts them in here. So why would they change? They swirl around in here. And this is where they were swirling since week 1 of ice. Out here. Okay, bring it up a little. We're going to find them. Yes, sir, we're going to find them. So please subscribe, like, comment if you feel you need to. But you might want to hit off the notifications because I do a lot of shorts sometimes. I don't want to blow up your phone, okay? But I appreciate everyone who watches. I'm working on getting paid for this. So I'm going to do a lot more live shows because I think that's where the subscribers are in live shows. And that's where definitely the money is. It's easier to get monetized, they call it. Get monetized. Okay, let's find these trout. I'm down there deep. Where are these guys at? Got 2 so far. And that ain't a bad day. Just getting 2. Bad day's getting 0. But that's the Foster Aaron skunk, I call it. Everybody gets sprayed sometime. Even me. Don't get sprayed by the Foster Aaron skunk. Yeah, where did these guys go? I'm not going and traveling around too far here. Because some of this ice is shady ice. Some of this ice is 4 inches. I'm not doing 4 inches today. Especially since I've seen some people fell through. You see those breakage all the way up? Yep, all the way back there. And there's another spot 20 yards away from there. And yeah, that's not, I don't think I want to do that today. It's a little too cold. I like to fall in when it's only like 32 degrees, 35. I don't like to fall in when it's this cold. Damn, can you imagine that? You'd freeze right away. Just once you got out, you'd freeze. You'd have to run back to the car, and your clothes then still would be all frozen. These holes freeze up really quick when it's 20 degrees or below. They freeze up really quick. Hence why you need a metal scooper. If you're going to get that metal scooper, put a ruler next to it and use some marker so you can measure how thick the ice is every hole you do. Just a safety precaution. You got to be as safe as you can. I've been doing this 10 years, I know. I've fallen in like 3 times in those 10 years. Falling in is easy. You got to know how to get the hell out. You got to put some thought into it. If you just fall in, one time I was jigging just like this. Next time I know, it takes less than a second. Boom, my elbows were on the ice. All right. I had this rope and I had this pick on me too that day. But what I did was I pushed myself up and rolled away from the hole. But there was a guy that was going to come near me, and I told him no. You never go near a hole when somebody falls in. Never. But then you go in. I learned that lesson saving a lady with her Bernese mountain dogs. When one of those dogs chased a muskrat down on the ice, the muskrat went down back into the hole. Well, that heavy dog, it was early ice, that heavy dog fell through the ice and couldn't get his hindquarters out. So the owner was a 4.5 foot, 5 foot lady, went down there and thought she was going to pull the dog out. Well, guess what? She ended up in the ice, in the water too, which she wasn't really thinking because the dog will save itself. And that's what I told her when I said, we got to get you out. And I had a long log I thought I was going to hand her. But before I knew it, boom, I went in too. So did the two other young guys that were helping me. And we all ended up, 4 people in the water. And then after we all got out, the firemen came down. And we all rescued ourselves. But a lot of lessons to be learned in that endeavor by her making that mistake. Yeah, dog will save itself. If you just keep calling to it, it'll pull itself out. Okay, where'd these trout go? Oh, I love my new drill. I got a mud mixer drill, Milwaukee Fuel, and boy, that auger is just a beast now. Oh boy, you can feel the strength. Let the blades and the auger do the work instead of you holding it down, and so it doesn't vibrate or twist. It's a beast. It is a beast. All right, fish, where'd you go? We got 2 out of here. When I first got here and I set up the camera and everything, I'll be posting those videos on shorts today once I get home. But hopefully I could pull some out live, right? Yeah, you want to see some, don't you? Yes, sir. They're around here. I know they are. The rainbow tornado is around here. You just got to find them. You just got to find them. Damn. Where are you guys at? Well, we got the sun coming out at least. God damn. Yeah, somebody fell in there. Definitely so. See right over there? That's why you carry these. These are spikes, nails. You pull yourself out, you fall in, and then roll away from the hole. Always carry them. Always. But somebody can't come next to the hole and pull you out. You gotta pull yourself out. You gotta use your noggin. Be smart. Always ice fish with a friend. So somebody can be looking out for each other. Where are you guys at? Come on, fight. I don't know where these guys went. Jeez. Yeah, I figured I'd make today my fishing day out of the 3 or 4 I do per week. Because the next 4 days is going to be single digit and negative. It'll be forming more ice, but I don't come out in that crazy stuff. I only do 10 degrees. Like today, 10 degrees it is. And I'm out in it. That's dedication for you. That's why you need to sub me. Subscribe, please. Comment. I'm crazy, like that. Or just give me a like. All right, at least a warm like. But turn off notifications because I sure post a lot of shorts, and your phone's gonna sound like a slot machine in a casino. Your phone's gonna sound like. Here I am out in the ice all by myself, talking to my phone. Oh, talking to you guys, I mean. I hear a big crowd clapping their hands now. That's you guys at home, right? Clapping your hands. Yeah, quite the imagination there, Bruce. We're gonna find another rainbow, at least one. We're gonna find a stray one, I hope. Well, I got 2 so far, so I'm not Foster Irving skunked. But I think my toes are gonna end up freezing quickly today. Only 10-degree temperature, standing on the ice. That could happen. And that one already froze over that hole. You see? That's how cold it is. How to find these rainbows. Where did they go? Making more ice out here. You're hearing that cracking sound underneath my feet. No, the ice ain't breaking and I'm not picking it up. That means it's making ice out here when you hear those cracks. Kind of scary first time you're standing on the ice and you hear those sounds, but you get used to them after a while. One stray rainbow. Come on, where you at? I know you're down there. Well, at least I tried out my new auger. My hand drill. Got a mud mixer. Milwaukee Fuel 18. Works like a sweetheart, man. Oh boy, is she firm. A little hell on the heavy side she is, but we like them heavy, don't we? Come on, at least give me a bump, man. Yeah, these fish aren't here, man. Where'd they go? They were here 2 seconds ago. Yeah, I think the pressure, barometric pressure, pushed them down. But they could have swirled out of here, this area too. So you just never know. So that one was too short. It gets thinner and thinner over there by the inches. 7 inches in back of the phone to the left. This is 6. Then we get down to 5 and 4 over here. So that's why you need a measuring stick on your ice scooper so you can measure. So you know upstairs how thick the ice is you're stepping on and where to stay away from, particularly. That's what you need the measuring stick for. You don't do monkey see, monkey do, because you see somebody on the ice, you think it's safe. That doesn't work out here when you're ice fishing. Usually you're going in then. You're going in. Early ice and late ice are the most unsafe ice. But out here, Foster Aaron Pond, this quarry, water used to come up from the quarry. That's why they decided to just let it go and stop quarrying it. It has underground springs underneath, like 3 of them that turn on and turn off. And the springs come up, the water, and ebbs out underneath the ice and makes it dangerous. That's what's happening over there, I do believe. And that's where the rainbow trout are all going to swim around, right where that fresh water's coming up, underneath the ice. That's why they're here. Boy, that guy sure does talk a lot, doesn't he? Does he ever shut up? Yeah, I guess I got to keep you entertained since I'm not entertaining you with fish, you know? What do you call deer with no eyes? No idea. So like, comment, or subscribe, please. I will entertain you. We'll do live shows 3 or 4 days a week, whenever we can, possible, when it's not too dang cold out. Today's the limit, 10 degrees. I always said to myself, 15 degrees it's got to be before I go out. Well, it hit 10 today. There's barely any wind, so it's doable. When the wind shows up, which is very often in Rochester, Minnesota, it makes it windshield factor. It makes it really horrible to be outside. I'm down there deep. I don't understand why they ain't biting. All right. How's everybody doing today? I highly recommend you check out my previous live shows on Bass in the Hat and on YouTube. You'll see how many rainbows I usually pull out per day. Usually it's around 20, 20, 23, 40. Today we only got 2 so far. Check out those other live shows and switch back here. Watch me, please. Appreciate y'all. And where'd these rainbows go? Give me a stray rainbow at least. One stray one. Swim by and get that jig. Fight the fly. All right, we're going to try that other hole over there again. Got to switch it up sometimes. Yes, sir. Not just stay in one spot. Did it freeze over yet? Nope. Yeah, it's awfully dark down that hole. So you want to use a bright lure of some sort. Head toads are already getting chilly. We've got a Corker's boots, which I love these boots. You can buy them and they put different soles on the bottom. I highly recommend these. I got these because regular boots, when you hit slippery ice, boom, back of your head's popping on the back of that ice when you slip. You do that a couple times, I guarantee you're going to spend $200, $250 for a pair of spiked boots. And yes, sir. Just walking in an emergency room anymore. It's $2,000 just to sign your name. You know, you better invest in some good boots if you're going to ice fish. And these are the best, I think. Talk gear, safety gear. My rope and my pickaxe. And these spikes around my neck, more safety gear. I go in, I'm getting out. I can count on my life, put my life on it. Which with my life insurance policy is worth 175 grand. 175,000 life insurance I got. Come on, where are all these trout? They all went to sleep on me. Oh. Yeah, let's clean out this hole. This hole's starting to ice up a little. It is only 10 degrees out here, you know. What am I doing out here? 10 degrees weather? I'm dedicated fisherman. That's why you need to subscribe. Please. And the next 3 or 4 days is even going to be worse, below 10 degrees. So I'm not coming out then. I'm getting my fishing in now. You probably won't see me till next week. See how much time I did on the YouTube so far. Well, we did about an hour so far. All right, that's 359 people watching. Thank you, people. Whoever is watching. Appreciate y'all. I just got to find some fish. That's what I need to do. It's frigid out here today, only 10 degrees. I'm dropping all the way down. I'm going to find these fish. I think they went all the way down, but they could have just swam in and swam out. I got 2 on the ice when I first came here. First 5 minutes. Well, let's do a couple new holes. Let's do holes further out here where it's thicker ice. How do you know when it's too cold? When your mustache, your snot freezes on your mustache, my friends. That's when you know it's too cold. When your snot freezes on your mustache instead of dripping out of your nose. We're going to find a rainbow trout. Fishing at Foster Aaron Park. They got a pond in the middle of the park. They stock it 600 every 2 weeks. All year round, special regulation fishing for trout here. There ain't no season here. But the drawback is you can only keep 3. 1 over 16 if you could find it, but 3. All year around fishing. For all those people that are saying, you're fishing out of season. No, I'm not. There's signs in the parking lot says I can. Well, I think I should do a couple more holes. Let's do a couple more holes. You get to check out my new auger. There's my new auger. This drill is a fuel, Milwaukee Fuel mud mixer. They use it to mix stuff like industrial or even foods. They mix stuff with it. It's a beast, man. This is a beast. I'll let you check it out. We'll go up a little higher. That way you can check out me drilling. It's a little on the heavy side. But that's okay. Here we got 7 or 8. Yeah, 7 inches. 7 inches of ice. That's why I got a ruler on my metal scooper. 7 inches of ice. Yes, sir. Another 7 inches of ice. All right, that's enough for now. Now we get the jig. We'll bring you up a little closer. Oh man, no. No. Getting a little tangled up here. My fishing gear. Figure out which way you're winding around. There we go. Let's see if we can find those rainbows. I got you. There we go. Line you up there. That way you can watch. Okay. Stick around. Let's get some rainbows. Let's get some rainbows. We got 7 inches of ice. I know it because I measured it. Be as safe as you can when you're out in the ice. Safe as possible. And it is possible to be safe. Don't be careless. Careless people end up in the pond. Fall through the ice. Windy today, you'll be shaking around there. Hopefully not strong enough where you blow over and my phone goes down the hole. Oh boy, that'd be disastrous, wouldn't it? Not have a live show underneath water. I wouldn't be able to turn it off. It'd be live because I got a waterproof case. About, I'd say another hour and the battery would go dead. Let's not think of that. No negative waves. Come on, let me just see a stray one. One swim by and bump it at least. I've gotten 2 today so far, which is a good day. But compared to the last time I was here, I got 20, 23, and 40. So you get high expectations then. No, hard to live up those days when you catch that many fish. And you can look on my previous live shows and see that I caught that many. Well, even good fishermen get skunked. They don't catch fish every day. One of these holes we're going to find something. Ten degrees out. That's why you need to subscribe, because I'm dedicated. My toes feel like ice cubes right now. So maybe I got another hour left in me before, I'm going to get off the ice. But I'm determined to find some fish, and I love doing these live shows, so subscribe. Comment. You think I'm nuts being out in 10-degree weather? Or just give me a warm like. There we go. They're down deep. Oh, they're down deep. Did you see that pole bend? Yeah, they're down deep. Oh, I had him and he came off. Yeah, they're down deep. That was about 10 feet down, I think. 12 feet down. They are down deep. Well, I seen one like I wanted to. Yeah, they're down deep. That's where they're at. Next one, I'm reeling it in. Setting that hook and reeling them in. They're bouncing it around right now. Getting ready. Yeah, come on. Get some. They're extremely hard to set the hook when you're dealing with so much line on like 12 foot of line. Got to really quickly bring your arms up above your head or set that hook correctly so he ain't coming off. Come on, hit me. It's very deceiving when they're down there that deep because most people don't drop down below 8 feet when they're fishing on ice. So you could be right on top of the fish and you don't know it because you're not fishing that deep. I'm going to switch that angle around on the camera a little so you guys can see me better. All right, here we go. All right, set there. I think I found them. About 12 feet down, 15 feet down. I had one on the hook. Hook didn't set good enough. It came off. But they're down deep. That's why I'm just jigging at 7, 8 feet, and they're actually down about 20 feet. Well, let's find another one. Another stray one. Come on. Come on, let's find another straight one. Got about 4 or 5 people out here in the ice today. They stock this place with 600 rainbows every 2 weeks. Called Foster Arends, Arends Park. And it's located in Rochester, Minnesota. Year-round trout fishing here. It's a special regulation pond where you can fish trout year-round. There's no season. Hatchery stocks it. They got a couple of them in the southeastern part of Minnesota area. Ponded. Put and take, it's called. They put them in, we take them out. Yes, sir. I guess that one I had on the hook that came off was the only one down there. Nope, there's another bite. They're down there real deep. Well, I think I'm going to put some beaver tail on the thing, entice it even more. If there's any fish down there. We got a stuff called digglers. Beaver tail. I'll show you in a second. Get it out of my pocket here. Nope, that's not it. Too many things in my pocket. More gloves. Lures. There it is. There we go. It's actual beaver tail. Soaked in fish oil. All right? Slice them up and make them look like a little maggot or a mealworm. You got buy them in Wisconsin. Off Etsy's. And they're about $3 a pack. And they work. They're so pliable they flutter around like a little mini fish minnow. And yeah, we're going to put a hunk of that on there. We'll see if that helps any. But they're down deep today. Come on, open up now. Slimy little devils getting these things out. There we go. Looks like a little maggot, doesn't it? Close it back up. Now getting it on the hook is the trick. Let's try just digging into it right by my fingernail. There we go, we got it. And that's what we're gonna do. And it's gonna flutter in the water as I raise it up and down. All right, let's get back down there and see if I can find them again. We're down real deep, 25 feet. Let's see if we pull one out of here now. What the hell happened there, man? What the hell's going on here? Okay, situated now. Situated. Come on, hit it. Bounce that pole on me. Come on. I know you're down there. Yeah, feet, toes are getting a little cold. Feel like ice cubes right now. It is only 10 degrees out, so caught a lot of fish the past week here. Go back in my live shows and take a look. You see all the fish I caught. Today I only got two though so far. Almost had a third one. He got off the hook. They're down deep today though. They're not just right underneath the ice. They're down deep. Oh, it's going to be a rough day. And they're down that deep. You're going to miss a lot. I'm doing a lot more live shows now. For the mere reason I think I'm going to try get monetized. So they pay me for this. They don't right now, but with your help, your subscription, your likes, and your comments, I probably can do it. It might take a couple months, but I'm going to work at it. Do bunch of live shows of fishing on the ice. And let's see if I can do it. So please, appreciate y'all watching. Just like, subscribe, or comment. And I'll get back with you on the comments after I get off the ice today. But you might want to turn your notifications off because sometimes I post a lot of shorts and it's going to make your phone sound like a slot machine in a casino. It's going to be ringing, 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 buzzing, and buzzing, buzzing. Come on, where are these guys? Sometimes they make you really work for them. Sometimes they just turn off and don't bite anymore. Not always biting and always hungry like Americans. They're not always hungry. Yeah, gonna be a rough day today, I think. I think we might only get that two we got. First 5 minutes, I got two. I said, okay, I'm setting the phone up. I'm going live. It's gonna be a good day. And they all turned off and disappeared. Now let's try to hole in back of me. Yeah, that's 7, 8 feet right there. Need the scooper to clean it out. I don't know where it is. There it is. That's 7 inches. I measured it with my scooper. Now I know I'm standing on 7 inches of ice, which is good. That's nice. Okay, what do we got one here? All right, drop it down. Let's see if we find a rainbow. Rainbow action. That's down deep. That's about 10 feet there. Yep, it's going to drop down sub-degree zero for the next 4 days. I don't think I'm going to be out here. 10 degrees is cold enough, like today. It hits below zero or single digits, forget it, man. And you got a slight wind, it just the wind freeze factor, and your skin just starts freezing automatically when it gets that cold. You can only spend like 20 minutes outside and you got to run back. Or you got to set up a tent and a heater. That's possible too. That sounds like a good show. I should do. Yeah, I got a tent and a heater. Let's go down a little deeper. they're down real deep today. Barometric pressure is dropping, so that puts them deeper in the water usually, because they're the swim bladders. Fill up with gas, they gotta go to more stable water, which is down deeper. Yep. Okay, let's go back to the hole where I had a fish on over here in this hole, and he came off. He was down deep though, about 20 feet deep. There's the wind. Uh-oh. Hope my phone won't blow over. Better not, man. You heard of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Well, it's always windy in Rochester. Second windiest city behind Lubbock, Texas. Averaging 12-mile-per-hour winds every day. Never wore a hat in my life. I moved to Rochester, Minnesota. Come on, let's find one more. Maybe I'll just call it. Let's find one more. So deep, I can't even see my jig. So dark underneath the ice there. That's why I use a bright colored jig, so the fish can see it better. Thought I felt a bite. Maybe it wasn't. Hear those sounds? That's not the ice going to crack. That's the ice is expanding underneath. That's what that is. Sometimes it does crack when you're on the ice, but it's because it's expanding, not because it's getting thin. That was a shotgun. That's what that sound was. We got a police shooting range by us. Come on, let's find one more. Where are you guys at? Well, you're definitely not right underneath the ice. All right, we're going to try here. move you back a little. Yeah, I think the best time I was down here fishing was earlier, about an hour and a half ago. Caught two when I first got on the ice. Now I'm lucky if I can find one. Had a third, came off the hook. So he found so deep. Yeah, wait and feel bump, and I'm not even getting any bumps anymore. Which tells me they went down low and they're just swimming, just treading water. Shaking, shaking. Yeah, can't find them. There comes the sun. Everything's about timing in trout fishing, being in the right place, the right time. But sometimes they're high in the water, other days they're low in the water. You want to catch them when they're high in the water. You got to watch the barometric pressure when it's rising or falling. Then you got to find them. So it's all about luck and timing. And then hopefully they're hungry, they're biting. Oh, it's nice and sunny out here now. That'll warm me up a couple of degrees. Please like, subscribe, comment if you feel free to. Give me a one thumbs up. You hear that cracking? That's ice expanding. That's what that is. Yeah, can't find them today. I don't know where they went. Let's go work back this way again. See what we can do. Okay? Let's see what we can do. Battery die already? That's just from glare. Yeah, we're still on. Got some glare issues going on. It looks like on my screen. Oh, that froze back over again. Measuring stick on my scooper so I know how thick the ice is. Necessity. Be safe. Right.